Hi, everybody. I don't know if anybody's on waiting. I might be a minute or two early. I never know how long it's actually going to take me to set up, but I figured I haven't done a live chat with you guys in quite a while. So I wanted to pop on and have just a little bit of a chat. Hopefully some people are going to be signing on. Don't really have anything planned specifically as far as what to chat about. I just figured we'd kind of just ask and answer questions, so feel free to pop on and say hello if you're watching. Hi, Roberta. So I know she's here. It says I have 4 people on, so hopefully more people will sign on, but if not, that's okay. We can always chat just with the amount of people we have. Hi. Okay, we do have some people coming on. Okay, good. So as always with the lives, I can see the comments, but they quickly disappear on my end. So if you happen to ask a question and I don't answer it, ask it again. It's just because I didn't see it or didn't catch it in time. Hi, Penny. So I'm not ignoring you. So hi, Renee. So the only thing that I did actually want to chat with you guys about, or kind of run this past you to see if you guys would be interested in doing something along these lines. Hello, everybody. So I know that most of us don't have any crafty friends local to you, and you can't actually sit down and craft together as much as we probably want to. So I have done collaborations before with some friends that I know basically through YouTube, through Instagram. Hi, Jess. So I figured it would be fun to see if anybody would be interested in doing collaborations. Now, this would be different than a hop. So it would be more maybe just like 2 or 3 of us, and we could do a collaboration on anything that you want. We can pick a stamp set that we all have. We can pick a technique. We can pick a theme. We can pick a color, anything that you guys want. And it doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. So you don't have to have a YouTube channel to do this. So say if you just share on Instagram, we can just share on Instagram and tag each other, and we'll just pick a day to do it. I know depending on how many people are interested, I probably can't get everybody all at once. But if I do like 1 a week, and depending on who's interested and how many people we have that want to do this, we may have like 3 people for 1 collaboration. Sometimes maybe it'll just be 2 of us. And you guys don't have to even include me. If you guys want to just go off on your own and find somebody here in the chat, or find somebody else that you want to collaborate with, be my guest. It doesn't necessarily have to be me, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a stamp set. It can be anything. We can choose ink blending. We can choose a Halloween card. We can choose a Christmas card, and we'll just kind of collaborate together. So they're really, really fun to do, and it's kind of fun to keep it a secret what you created and then have that other person or those other people actually see it on that day. So it's okay. It doesn't matter your skill level, and it doesn't matter how you share. Like I said, yeah, feel free to email me. You can leave a comment here, and I'll go through the comments after and kind of reach out to you. You can leave me a Instagram comment, Facebook message, or any way you want to get a hold of me. I know a lot of people fill out the contact me portion of my blog. You can do that too. Whatever's easier for you. I know my email is kind of wonky, and I think it's because I get so many emails that a lot of times it gets pushed to my spam and I don't see it. So if I don't answer you, it's because I haven't seen the email, not because I'm ignoring you. But yeah, just reach out to me any way you'd like. Hi, Jennifer. So we're talking about doing collaborations together, being we don't get to actually sit down and craft together. And I think this is fun. Sometimes as somebody who makes YouTube videos, I don't want to bore you guys. I like to build scenes, but how many scenes are you guys gonna really want to watch? How many times are you gonna want to watch me color flowers? You know, things like that. So I'm always looking for something different to do, and something a little bit more interesting, I guess you could say. And I think teaming up with people is always fun, and who knows what kind of friendships you'll build from that. And if not, it's just fun to do. So if you are interested in collaborating with me or anybody else, just email me, let me know how, whether you want to do a YouTube video, whether you want to do a blog post, Instagram, Facebook, however you want to share it, you just let me know. I know that some people don't share any of their cards at all online. You can mail it to me and I'll just kind of show it on my Instagram or show it on the YouTube video, however we want to do it. So each collaboration is going to be unique depending on what your needs are, depending on what you want to do. I'm kind of game for anything. So whatever technique, whatever theme you want to do and however you want to share it, you just let me know. I'm pretty much game for anything. But just keep in mind that if I get, once we sign off here, if I get 50 emails, I may not get to everybody immediately. So it might be a little bit of time before I get everybody. But once I get all the emails, I'll kind of compile a list, kind of make a schedule, so that it will give you plenty of time to create something, and me too. And no, it definitely doesn't have to be the newest stamp set on the market. In fact, it's probably best that it's not, because we all have a budget, and me included, and it's not as big as you may think. So yeah, if it's something that we already have in our stash, maybe we both have it, you name your favorite stamp company. I'll let you know what I have. You can let me know what you have, and we'll work on that. Or we can just pick a theme, if you want to just pick a theme to do. Put yourself in timeout with the crafty budget, you mean? I have to do that often. And honestly, I don't get many supplies. I don't purchase a lot of supplies. Keeping up with my Copics, my paper, my adhesive, my have to have things kind of eats up most of my crafty budget, where I don't really get to buy as many stamps and things like that as I'd like to. I usually place assignment order maybe once every couple of months. That way I can kind of get everything from all the different companies that I've seen. But yeah, my crafty budget is not very large. Not at all. I wish it was a lot bigger. Do Simon release, but now except for the monthly. Yeah, I do get the monthly card kit. So that actually is a really good, Jess, your comment just disappeared on me. So I didn't get to read that. And I know it was kind of a long one, so I didn't even get to read it. That's also a great thing. If you guys get a monthly kit, I only get the Simon kit, but I'd be game to, get a hero kit or MFT kit, whatever kit you guys want to use. If you want to collaborate on a kit, that would be good. I do, Tracy. I do get stamps from the design teams I'm on, which helps with my should I use the word obsession or addiction? I guess we probably could. So yes, that certainly helps. Currently I'm on 3 design teams. So I usually get like their new release, and I kind of work with it for a few months until their next release comes out. And so that certainly helps. You're always getting new stuff. Yeah, boxes. Yeah, that would be fun. I really want to try to get my cards out more. I'm trying to get brave. Oh yeah, she said it was funny you were talking about tonight. Oh, that's so funny. No, not 30 design teams, 3. I'm on Trinity Stamps, Miss Ink, and Simon Hurley. Hi, Amanda. Yeah, so I'm not on a ton of design teams. I was on more. And that's another chat that we can have, because a lot of people ask about design teams, and I've seen a lot of comments online about certain topics that are kind of like, I don't want to say controversial, but kind of like a touchy subject, I should say, when it comes to YouTube and blogs and stuff like that, with as far as affiliate links go, and how people who make YouTube videos make money, and things like that. So I've seen a lot of comments going on, especially on Facebook, with people that don't quite understand how we get paid and how much we get paid, or how little, I should say, we get paid. So this is definitely not something that is going to pay your bills. It won't pay any of them, actually. So definitely don't get into YouTube for money. But if you're going into it for exposure and you'd like to be on a design team, it's definitely something that helps. That, you know, as far as the stamp companies go, they will look to see what kind of exposure you have out there. And if you have a YouTube channel, that's always a plus. Some people. Yeah, so affiliate links don't cost you guys anything. You'll notice, I know that you guys probably watch a lot of YouTube channels like I do, and you'll see that they list their supplies, and most of them will be affiliate links, which means that if you click on that link and purchase something, they'll get a percentage of that order. So I use affiliate links too. So for example, if you click on one of my supplies and it brings you to Simon Says Stamp and you purchase something from Simon Says Stamp, I get a small percentage of that sale. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. It's still going to cost you the same amount whether you use my link or not. It just gives that creator or that YouTuber or blogger or wherever you're seeing these links a small percentage of that sale. And certain people make more with it. I don't use a lot of supplies. If you guys are real familiar with my channel, I'm mainly a colorist. So I don't bring in a ton of supplies with each and every card or each and every project. So I'm not too pushy with stuff. Not saying that there are people who are pushy, but you know, mainly 99.9% of the stuff that I do and the stuff that I create can be recreated very similar anyway with alternate supplies. So if I make an ocean scene with lawn fawn stamps and you have ocean stamps from MFT, our cards are still going to be a little similar if you use the same techniques. It doesn't have to be the same exact stamp set. So always go through your stash. We've spent money on these supplies and they kind of just sit there sometimes. Hi, Terry. Good to see you too. So always take a look at what you have. I list the supplies, but I by no means expect you guys to order stuff just because I'm using it. Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. Amanda, I feel you on that. Yeah, it's definitely not as much as people think. Yeah, and it's nice if you see somebody who creates a card that you want to kind of recreate and you want to put your own spin on it. It's nice to kind of use a little bit different as supplies, even if it is the same stamp set. Maybe you want to switch up the colors or whatever the case may be. You always want to switch it up a little bit and kind of add your own spin to it. At least I do. Nothing wrong with copying either. Yeah, and YouTube is another story. YouTube doesn't, when you see the videos in front of a video, it means, or not a video, an ad in front of a video, it means that that channel is monetized, which typically means, and they may have changed this and I may have this wrong, but it used to be anyway that you had to have 1,000 subscribers and have an active channel for 1 year. They may have changed that. That was a year ago that that was the case. But that's when they'll start running ads in front of your videos. And that's basically how YouTubers get paid. And I know that everybody's heard of I'm sorry, I was just reading comments. YouTubers with like millions of subscribers can make a living off of it. Absolutely. But when you're not having millions of subscribers, which I can't imagine any card maker would, you're not going to make a living off of it. That's for sure. Okay, that's what it was. It was watched hours. Thank you, Renee. Hi, Jen. So it's there's certain criteria that your channel has to meet in order to be monetized. But if you're creating videos, create videos because you want to create videos. Don't create them to become monetized, because once you become monetized, you may be a little discouraged once you see that your analytics and you see that dollar amount that you're actually making, because it is a far less than what a lot of people think. But just do it for the love of it. Just do it because you enjoy it. Or, design team commitments or the hope to be on a design team, whatever is your case. So that's really the only topic that I wanted to chat about. But anything else, feel free to ask questions or chat with one another. My information, I believe, is in the About section if you need to reach out to me. But like I said, you can reach out to me through Instagram, the DM, I think they call it. I feel so old when I talk about social media. Facebook Messenger, blog, any which way you want. So other than that, I figured we could just chat. If anybody has any questions for me or for anybody else in the group that's kind of chatting away down there, you guys can feel free to ask. Otherwise, or have a topic that you guys want to talk about. Oh, thank you so much, Nancy. No, I don't have any art experience, I guess you could say. I mean, I took art in high school because I think we had to. I don't have any experience. My experience and me learning with my Copics was just watching YouTube videos. I had watched many, many YouTube videos, Kelly Letivola, Sandy Allnock, the colorists of the world, and wanted Copics for a long time, and I finally splurged and bought a few about 2 years ago, and then slowly building my collection. I'm still building my collection, and just practice, a whole ton of practice. I do have some artistic talent in my family. I'm not one of those people. I kind of just learn by doing, and you just gotta kind of dive in, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's just paper. Okay, so different one, public. Oh, the comments are going really fast. So I did see, yes, I was able to take advantage of the Hobby Lobby sale. I got 22 markers. So some of them were duplicates, but that's okay. It just means that I don't have to buy the refill right away. So it was totally worth it. I did see a question about my first design team. And like I said, these comments are really flying up. So I'm missing some of them. Just copy and paste it again. 82. Wow. You got a good start to your collection, or a good addition anyway. So my first design team was Scrapping for Less. And I love Teresa. Posting your favorite color combos, 2 to 3 combos. I did that a while ago, the color combinations. I did that a long time ago, but I can certainly revisit it. And I do have a blog post, and I'll have to dig through my blog and find it and post it below once this video goes live, or once it's processed or whatever it does. And that way you can check it out. I do have my favorite color combinations on there. They may have changed a little bit since then, but yeah, I can certainly redo that. So back to my first design team. It was Scrapping for Less. So if you guys aren't familiar with Scrapping for Less, one of the owners is Teresa, who is just one of the nicest people in the entire world. And she took a big, big, big chance on me. I started my YouTube channel, blog, and Instagram all in February of last year, of 2018. Just because I woke up one day. I'm kind of a spontaneous person a little bit. I don't necessarily plan like I should. I woke up one day and said I was going to start a blog. So I woke up that day and started a blog. And Then I decided I want to be on a design team, and I literally had like 3 blog posts in one video, and I applied, and she gave me a chance, and I'm so thankful she did. I got to meet amazing people, got to work for the amazing company and meet Teresa. I got to go to Creativation with the team. It was a really, really good experience, and it's kind of encouraged me to keep going, because it can be discouraging a little bit at times. So that was my first design team. Yes, I started in February of last year, so February of 2018. Yeah, that was this year, Jess. Do you swatch all of your color? Yes. So I swatch everything. My Copics, I use the Hex Chart by Sandy Allnock, but all my other mediums, I just have swatched out. Watercolors, colored pencils, I just swatch them. I don't necessarily make a chart for those, but it just makes it a little bit easier to know what colors I need to grab for what. But yes, I do swatch everything out. Yes, Roberta, we got to meet on the computer. Renee, yes, certainly email me, and it's totally up to you. So what we'll do is anybody who is interested will chat, we'll get on Messenger or get on whatever's easier for you, and we'll chat. We'll kind of brainstorm what we want to do. So each one is going to be a little bit unique depending on what's good for you guys. Zoom is fun. Zoom is a lot of fun. That was really fun chatting with you. So I know I missed another comment, or a question. So if I didn't answer your question, just copy and paste that again. Anything you want, Renee, I'll get it, hopefully. So we're not doing a blog hop. We're not, it's just going to be like kind of like a low key, nothing official like the encouragement hop was. I'll be honest with you guys, that was that was much bigger than I anticipated. So I don't want to necessarily do that right away, but this will be kind of like that. It will just be 2 or 3 of us at a time, and we'll just kind of bounce ideas off of one another and let everybody else see too. Junkie Fest. I had a question about Junkie Fest. I've never been. I would love to go. But again, budget. My budget is not huge. So I would love to go. I just don't know if it's in the cards for me right now. Yeah, Lake George, the crop was kind of a bust. I didn't have too many people that were interested in coming, and the prices, as you can probably imagine, if you guys are familiar with Lake George, New York, it is a very, it's popular in the summertime. So prices go up in the summertime, a lot, a real lot. So it wouldn't have been feasible for everybody to come all the way to New York and to have to pay all that money to craft together. I would love to do one. It was just a little bit too pricey for the number of people we had. You know, if we had 100 people, then obviously it would have been cheaper for everybody. But when I only had 5 or 6 people interested, I just didn't think it was going to be feasible for anybody's budget. It is beautiful in Lake George. I love Lake George. I'm about, I would say I'm about a little less than an hour away from Lake George. So if you guys aren't familiar, Lake George is a little bit north of Saratoga, which some of you guys may have heard of. They're really famous for like horse racing and things like that. So that whole area north of me is very, very popular in the summertime, especially August, because that is horse racing season in Saratoga. So anytime you have to go up north in August around here, you better give yourself another extra hour. Yes, Saratoga is beautiful. Oh yeah, Rutland is very close. I actually went there several years ago, probably teenage years. So it was really many, many years ago. For another crazy hobby of mine that I had when I was a teenager, I used to do like, it's kind of embarrassing, but they used to have professional rollerbladers. So like you see in the X Games and stuff like that. And they had a competition in Rutland, Vermont. So I went up there for that. So that's how I know Rutland. Yeah, I'm a little far from you. South Florida. I don't get to travel often. Again, budget. It's very hard to find somebody, and I can't imagine if I had kids, because it's hard enough to try to find somebody to take care of my cats when I'm gone. Oh, I would love to go to Junkie Fest. I would love that. Oh, Debbie, you'll be at Creativation. Yeah, hi Pam. Yeah, I was really big into rollerblading when I was in high school. I was there last year, Debbie. Oh, my cats are my babies. Frankie was just running around like a madman right before I went on live. But it's tough to find anybody to want that responsibility to take care of him. Macy's no big deal. She's healthy. She's good to go. But Frankie, a lot of people are nervous around him, and they just don't want the responsibility. They're actually sleeping in the other room. I could go grab Frankie if you want to hold on a second. Macy, I really can't pick up. She's not the nicest girl in the world. Frankie's a lover. Creativation, a lot of times if you get on a design team, a lot of companies will have some of their design team members go. What do I do for a profession? Previously, I was an insurance claims adjuster. Boring stuff. Not creative at all. Now I don't have a 9-to-5 right now. So things are a little bit tougher, hence the budget being a little bit lower. So right now I don't have one. If you guys know me outside of YouTube, you'll know that I was kind of all over the place as far as where I was moving. When I came back from Creativation, my thing was I was moving to Arizona, and I'm going like now. And so I didn't, and I was still in New York. And now it's like you have to just kind of start all over. I did all the job hunt out in Arizona, and now I'm doing the job hunt here. So it was my delay, my error, but it is what it is at this point. Sometimes, most of the time, yes, Renee, I do work ahead. Especially for design teams, sometimes for my own videos, sometimes I just feel like doing something and I pop on the camera and we'll post it the same day. But for design teams, yes, I typically work ahead. Sometimes I wait to the last minute and I'm doing it the night before. But typically I like to stay at least 3 or 4 days before the actual due date of that project, just because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if you're going to get sick, lose your voice. You never know. So I always like to work at least a few days ahead when it comes to design team commitments. When it's just a fun video, I don't necessarily work too far ahead. But I know everybody's different. A lot of times people don't like to schedule videos too far out, because then you kind of forget about them. And I did that when I went to Arizona last year, because I went to Arizona for over 2 weeks. I visited my parents when I was out there, plus went to Creativation. So I had to have all of my videos scheduled for that 2 weeks that I was away. And I would forget, I'm on vacation, and then I'm like, oh, why are all these notifications coming on my phone? Well, it's because my video posted today that I forgot all about. So I don't like to work too far ahead, because then I kind of lose track of what I need to do. But I have everywhere posted what needs to be done on what day, what I want to get done by a certain day. I have a big, huge thing on my wall. It's like a dry erase board that has all of the things that I need to do and want to do. Plus I have my planner that I look at every single day. Plus I have stuff in my phone, like pop-up notifications. But for the most part, design teams are like specific days. Like for Trinity, it is every single Thursday. So I know every Thursday I have a Trinity video. Yes. So, whoa, the comments are going really fast. So you guys are probably going to have to repost those. Yeah, personal, I don't really schedule too far. I might do it the day before, but I might not do it too far ahead of time. So there was like 6 questions back to back to back, and I missed all of them. So if you guys could copy and paste that and repost that, because they disappear very quickly on my end. But yeah, I have to kind of keep myself in order. And I did cut back on my design team commitments because I want to do more fun stuff. Not saying that that's not fun. It's fun, but I wanted to have more time to create for myself as well as keeping up with my design team commitments. And when I was on 5 of them, you don't have as much time to kind of, do the things you wanted to do. I know I did a Christmas card series last year, and I want to do another Christmas card series, but with 5 design teams, that wasn't going to be possible. So that was a ton of fun last year. So I'm hoping to do that again. So I did see a question about, it kind of disappeared as I was reading it, but something about a blog and a YouTube channel growing. So I'm not an expert when it comes to YouTube at all, obviously. I'm definitely not the biggest channel out there. But I do know that every once in a while, something will just kind of fall into place and click, and you'll see those numbers just go. And I'll tell you that, and I may even have a couple of people on here that are my subscribers because of this embarrassing video, but YouTube lately, or within the last couple of weeks, they haven't done it so much anymore, but they decided to push and suggest one of my very, very, very old videos, my 3rd video ever. And it was a terrible video. It was horrible. I can't even tell you how horrible it is because I myself am embarrassed to watch it. But for some reason, YouTube decided to suggest this video to everybody. And all of a sudden my channel started growing really fast. And I'm like, where are all these subscribers coming from? And you can look at your most viewed videos, and all of a sudden the most viewed video of my whole channel was this stencil video that I made a year and a half ago. And it has like 45,000 views. And it's so embarrassing because it's a horrible video. So every once in a while, YouTube will do that to you. You'll have certain videos that do really, really well and you're not sure why, and I don't know why. And then you'll have videos where you think you knock it out of the park and you love this card, and that's a lot for me to say because I'm very critical of myself and nobody cares. So I think it all depends on what YouTube wants to push and wants to suggest. It was focused on a technique, Amanda. It was a stencil video. But I've done stencil videos since that don't have nearly that view, but they're a little bit better quality. I played a lot of music in that one because I used to not know what to say in my voiceover. So I would just give little bits and pieces like, this is what I'm doing, and now listen to music. And this is what I'm going to do next, and now listen to some more music, because I never knew what to say. And it was very awkward for me. I was terrified when I first started my YouTube video because YouTube is actually, and I was actually talking to my dad about this last night. 2 years ago, had you put me in front of a room or even in a situation like this where I have 43 people watching me, I would never be able to do it. Never. I'm not a very comfortable public speaker, but YouTube, ever since I started that and I've been getting a little bit more comfortable with it, it's kind of opened me up, and I'm not as shy, I guess, as I used to be. So this doesn't bother me. This is fun. But it's still embarrassing for people to watch that horrible video. Yeah, I like to talk in my videos now, but before I was just so nervous. And like I said, it was the third video I ever created. Yeah, replays of lives. I will watch replays because I can't always catch it on live, but I kind of skip through some of it just because they tend to be a lot longer. Yes, I am really critical of myself. Very critical of myself because, and I think this is true for everyone. If you pick up a card, you know exactly, hi Angela, you know exactly where every single one of your mistakes is. You know where it is because you made those mistakes. The recipient of that card is not going to spot those mistakes. And if they are, they're not going to care because you just gave them a beautiful handmade card. But the creator is going to know where each one of those errors are. And I'm looking down because I'm seeing a card that I made a ton of errors on. And, and right as far as I am away from it, I can spot every single one. Oh, thank you so much. So everything that's handmade, anything that's handmade. I know most of us are card makers, so that's kind of like our comfort zone. But if you send anybody a handmade card, it doesn't matter if you just started card making yesterday. They're going to love that. You put your time in that. You put effort into that. It takes a lot more time, not to mention the money. It takes a lot more time to make a card than drive to the store and buy one. So people appreciate that. And they don't care how simple it is. They don't care how new you are to it. You took the time to create something especially for them. And it's appreciated. I know I appreciate every single card I receive. Oh, Jennifer, if you have any questions, if you're not sure, please feel free to reach out to me. I didn't have anybody to help me. When I started, I didn't know anybody that crafted. I didn't know anybody that had a blog or YouTube, and it was very frustrating. I think it took me about 3 days to edit my first video. So it would have helped me a lot had I known somebody. So feel free to reach out to me or another YouTuber or another blogger or whatever you want. And YouTube videos aren't going to be for everybody, but the only way you're going to find that out is that by actually doing some. And if you don't like it, stop. No, you're not in a commitment. You don't have to continue. But you may really love it. And I'll tell you that for the first 3 or 4 months, it was a little discouraging. Because I felt like, well, I didn't feel like, I knew that nobody was watching. Nobody was watching my videos. As of a little over a year ago in July, I remember speaking with Desiree. And I'm sure most of you guys know Desiree from Include a Thank You. I'm friends with her, and she obviously has a YouTube channel. And I said, I have 63 subscribers. And I'm getting like 3 views on every single video. Is this even worth it? Because it takes a lot of time. And she said, just give it 1 more month and just try to switch it up a little bit. So I switched it up a little bit and I started using the Simon Says Stamp card kit. And I went from 63 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers in 2 months. So something just clicks. So it will be discouraging. It will feel like nobody's watching. Nobody's going to support me. My channel's never going to grow. It will. I promise you that it will. It would be helpful. And I know that it's hard there's so many YouTubers now. And it's very hard to look at this as, to remember why we're doing it. A lot of people feel like, well, I started my channel at the same time as her and she's got 5,000 and I only have 2,000. It's not a competition. Like I said, things will just click eventually and your channel will grow. And if you meet one person and develop any kind of relationship or friendship with that person, it's worth it. So don't necessarily be so stuck on the analytics and the views and the subscriber count. read your comments, respond to your comments. I know Jess is in here. I don't know whether Jen and Mary are in here. I know Amanda is in here. I know a few YouTubers are in here. Renee is in here. If you're ever having a bad day, read your comments, whether it be on YouTube or on Instagram or on your blog. It's going to make you feel good, because to know that that you're meeting people, you may never meet them in person, but you kind of have a relationship with them or a friendship with them. So it will put you in a good mood. Oh, that's all right, Mary. I just was trying to go through, trying to think of who was commenting and what YouTubers were in here to kind of piggyback off of what I was saying. But it's, oh, Pam, I love reading your comments. You crack me up with your comments. I absolutely love getting Pam's comments. I love getting all the comments. But she cracks me up. Yeah. They're going really fast, guys. I'm so sorry. Yes. So yes, I do find that my followers are much different as far as number goes from YouTube, Instagram. When I first started, my Instagram grew a lot faster than anything else did. And then it kind of switched where my YouTube channel is growing and my Instagram is not so much. I don't know how many followers I have on Instagram. I can't really tell you. But again, I look at my analytics and I look at my numbers. I'm not going to lie and say that I don't. But I used to stress them. And it's really not anything to stress about. So I stopped stressing about my numbers and how many subscribers I have and how many views this video got. I go to my comments, and yes, I do read every single one of them. And I try my best to answer every single one of them. Except if it appears to be spam, then I'm not going to answer it. But even the not so nice ones, I will answer. But I read every single one of them, and I enjoy reading the comments and answering the comments just as much as I love creating the content for the video. It's, you find a lot of great people out there. Yeah, blogs can be finicky. Blogs that was another conversation a lot of people are having, whether a blog is even necessary anymore. And I do think that they're still relevant. And a lot of design teams require them. But I don't think it's a necessity. It used to be a necessity. I don't think it's a necessity, but I don't think for the amount of time that I spend on my blog, I wouldn't get rid of it, because all of the information on how to create the card is going to be in the video. So my blog post is basically like, this is what I did. This is what I used. If you want more information, here's the video. And it's just pictures, basically. Yeah, a lot of people that are getting, 7,000-8,000 views on every single video within the first 24 hours, they probably just can't. And I think it's probably just a time issue. Because it does take some time. And there will be times that I get behind on my comments 2 or 3 days. And when I sit down and read them and respond to them, it takes some time. And I don't get nearly as many as some others. So, but if I don't respond right away, know that I will. Know that I will read it and I will respond. Oh, I love seeing you guys post in the gallery and having the discussions and the discussion forum. So much fun. Yeah, Jess, I have to do that too. And I turned off my notifications on my phone. I used to get a notification on my phone every time somebody commented. And I turned it off because it was going a little crazy sometimes, especially shortly after a video posted. you're getting all those notifications. So I turned them off. But that used to be the thing that prompted me in getting to my comments. So I'm not seeing those those notifications come in anymore. So sometimes I don't get to it every single day. Yeah, the gallery is part of the Collective Creators. So that's a community that has a discussion forum, a gallery. We have videos up on there. So if you see people talking about the gallery, that's what they're referring to. It's basically another place where you can share your work and get inspired by others. So yeah, I think I was talking about the blog. I get so sidetracked because I want to try to read. I see I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to read every single comment that comes through because they only stay on my screen for about 10 seconds. And the more that come in at the same time, they kind of just disappear off the top of the screen. But yes, blogs, if you don't feel like you want to create one, don't. It's not going to be a necessity. So is there any other questions or anything else that you guys want to chat about while we're on here? I know that there's a little bit of delay from when you guys post a comment to when I actually see it. So I'll give it a minute. Yes, Renee, please. Please. Renee, who is Delaney Jane Cards in the comments, time frame about making the cards. No, it will just be something we chat about, Renee. Other Renee Delaney Jane Cards is going to tell you guys a little bit about what she has going on. I know that I was reading about it on Facebook earlier and I watched her video. Renee Delaney Jane Cards, I know there's 2 Renees in here. Can you please post your YouTube channel in the comments? Renee is very super talented and she's doing this wonderful, wonderful thing in memory of her beautiful baby girl who would be 6 years old today. So please go read about it. And if you have a chance, check out her video. She's pretty amazing in more ways than one. So yeah, she's got some information on Facebook and she'll hopefully put some information in the comments below or somewhere in there. And for anybody who's watching this on the replay, Renee, if you don't mind, I'll post her YouTube channel in the description box just so that you can go over, or maybe that specific video, and that way you know exactly which one to watch and then hopefully watch some others because she's pretty darn talented. So, perfect. Thank you so much, Renee. So I think I didn't see any more questions or topics that anybody wanted to cover come through. But if I did, please copy, paste, post again, because like I said, they disappear pretty quick. So I'll give it just a minute. So hopefully Renee will be able to post her link or some sort of information where you guys can find more information about what's for dinner, Roberta said. Cereal, probably. Especially when I have like a live or something. I don't have time. I may have time to cook, but I don't have time to clean. So, oh yeah, you can. I didn't think about that, Amanda. Yeah, you can just click on her little profile picture, I guess it would be, and it should bring you right to her channel. And I believe it's the last card. She just posted the card today. So will you offer? It won't let me I'll email it to you. Okay. Thank you, Renee. Yeah, just click on her profile pic. Will I offer what stamp set? Oh, okay. I was confused. That was a promotion that was running the week of, or the month of our launch. So we launched in September, and anybody who signed up at all received an enamel pin, and anybody who signed up for the whole year got the stamp set. So that promotion, unfortunately, is over. but you never know what's going to happen in the future. So that would be something that Mary and Jen and I will definitely discuss. Oh, the pins are so cute. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Wendy. Yeah, check out her video from today. You'll get a little bit of information on top of the card being amazing. You need the actual coffee cup. That would be nice. That would be real nice. Coffee cups, you can never have too many of those. All right, guys. Well, I don't think that there's any other topics that you guys wanted to discuss or any other questions that you guys had. So if you think of anything, please let me know. Once this video goes live, if for all you guys watching it live, what happens when I end this, it will process for about 10 minutes or so, and then it will be available for replay. So if you missed anything here or didn't get a chance to say it or ask it, just wait about 10 minutes and you can always leave a comment on the replay video. So you guys should be good. Oh, wow. Her married name was Delaney. Wow. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a good night.